Alright guys, I had my first official flight lesson today since my discovery flight. As you could see from the clouds in the sky, I didn't do much flying in my first flight lesson, but I did have 2 hours of groundwork, and I came home with a giant box of stuff. In this video, we're going to see what's in the box, and you'll also get to hear a little bit about what to expect when you take your very first flight lesson. Let's get started. Alright guys, I just had my first official flight lesson. So I've done a discovery flight prior to this, which was a bit of a lesson itself. It involved turning the plane, flying the pattern, attempting a landing, which I didn't quite pull off, taxiing, the pre-flight, the walk around, all that stuff. But I thought about it, I signed up, and today I started. The weather today was bad, so today ended up being groundwork. So I had 2 hours of classroom training, plus some time in the hangar with the plane itself, where we did the whole pre-flight, the walk around, and reviewed that in much more detail than we did during the discovery flight. And I decided to get all of the books that I would need. So I had the option of either, they give me a list and I go and buy them all on my own, or they could just sell it to me as a package, which, was easy and convenient and supports the flight school. So here's the package. So let's take a minute and I will show you what is in the package. So on the right-hand side, I've got a pilot's logbook. And if I could find my spot in it, hang on a second. There it is, my first log entry. So that's for today's groundwork. I think that the discovery flight counts as flight hours. My instructor wasn't sure off the top of his head, but if so, I'll also get a log entry for that. So it's cool having a logbook with my first logged hours in it. Underneath it, the plane that I'll be flying is a 73 Skyhawk M, so it's the owner's manual. We got the private pilot oral exam guide. Open this up. All sorts of sample questions. Visualized flight maneuvers. This is pretty cool. I was flipping through this and it's got these fold out sections that show you what all the maneuvers look like. This is the homework book, so I've already got homework in the private pilot guided flight discovery. So I've got some chapters to read before my next lesson. Then on the left-hand side here, we've got the E6B flight computer. All right, calculate ground speed, true heading, crab angles, things like that. We've got our rotating azimuth plotter, laying that over sectionals and plotting courses. We've got a Cessna 172M checklist. This is the Airman Knowledge Testing Supplement for Private Pilot. Looks pretty cool. This is a lot of books. Private Pilot Test Prep, Study and Prepare. Airman Certification Standards for Private Pilot. And the Airplane Flying Handbook. I kind of feel like I've enrolled in college. The last time I had this package of books, I was a freshman in college and had a checklist of things to buy for all my courses. So it's been a long time since I did that, and it's kind of a cool feeling. With a question mark, it's sort of, I hope I remember how to study. When you get a bit older in life, you're not doing a lot of textbook stuff anymore. So that's it. It also came with a maneuvers guide for my flight school that has short field takeoffs and stuff like that. And it's pretty handy. So I think I'll leave it all in the box for now. My headset is en route. I mentioned I ordered the David Clark headset. That is almost here. It's taking forever. It got shipped via ground across the United States, so it's been like a week and a half. And in a way, I was kind of glad that the weather was bad today and I didn't do the actual flying, because I didn't particularly want to use the community headset again. I was looking forward to just having my own private headset that only my mouth is on, because, you know, if you've used a headset, you're kind of eating the microphone that goes right up against your lips. But that's it. For other stuff to buy, you know, he said don't get a kneeboard yet. We're not going to be taking any notes for the first couple flights, and you'll want to get a sense for what your style is. Do you want the smallest thing possible just to write a note on? Do you want to have charts on it? So I'll sort that out. But anyway, this is what you can expect when you sign up. Don't mind the change in mics here as we switch over so I can tell you about some of the online stuff I'm doing. In parallel with what I did today, I also started my ground school, and I'm doing that online via King Schools. It's cool. It's fun. So you can see I'm about a third of the way through it. I think I'm probably going to get through it in another 2 weeks, so maybe 3 weeks worth of lessons. They're a bunch of video bite-sized lessons. You watch them. There's a quiz afterwards. You have to pass everything in the quiz before you can move on to the next video. And when you get to the very end of the entire series, then it's got practice exams and all of that stuff. It's a bit like drinking through a fire hose. There's tons of things to learn. And even when I hit sections like sectionals that I thought I'd be kind of strong on because I knew a lot already from flight simming, I find that I learn a lot of new things. So it's cool. I've got my physical for my Class 3 medical this week, so hopefully that all goes well. And I've got my IACRA student pilot application in the works, brought it to the flight school today, and they are filling out their portion. My school uses an app for scheduling their rentals of planes and instructors, so I'm getting all set up with that. And then I can just pick my time spots, my instructor, my airplane, and go on my merry way. So, weather permitting, my next lesson will be next Saturday. So just a quick update to let you know where I'm at with the process. Stay tuned for further updates, and I will talk to you soon.